Welcome everybody on BFNation Twitch channel, and today you're gonna see another match of 8 versus 8 Rush. It's gonna be on the map Amiens, and you're gonna see Brazil and Germany fighting each other. One round will be played on the USA server, and the other one will be played on the European
Another match
because of the
8 versus
problem
8 Rush.
of the
Be on the
latency.
map
So
Amiens,
I'm
and
taking
you're
a
gonna
ping
see
here
Brazil and
with
Germany
Ryan.
fighting.
How are you, Ryan?
One round will be played
How are you?
I'm fine. Are you having a great Saturday?
played on the European.
Yeah, it's been nice and relaxed. Nice to kick back after a long week of work.
Yeah, definitely. This is really great. Good luck for Germany and Brazil as well. I hope all the chat is having also a great Saturday. Don't forget to bet on your favorite team as well.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
by putting the exclamation mark, then bet, then the team you want to bet on, and finally the battle count you want to bet on that team.
I hope all the is having also a great on.
Okay, so apparently we had an echo. Let's hope that it's gone now. And so yeah, so far Brazil and Germany fighting, and yeah, definitely it will be to see who's gonna fight against USA for the semifinal. So yesterday USA won against Netherlands, and now we're gonna see who won between Germany and Brazil. So it will be the decided match, and to see who's gonna fight against this USA team. How do you expect the game to go so far, Ryan?
I expect this to be a very highly anticipated, action-packed, interesting game to watch. Battle of the Americas this is. Brazil from South America, USA from Northern America. Both quality teams and having quality players. And both teams so far
interesting game to watch.
very well in this tournament to get to this stage as to where they are. So it is going to be one of probably the best games I've commentated so far throughout this tournament.
Yeah, definitely. We will hope that there's going to be a lot of fight coming around, and obviously a lot of tight 1v1, if we can say. And yeah, so about the latency, do you think it's a great problem, or is it more like you need to go over it?
Latency for some people can be touch and go. I mean, for others, if you don't have the best internet connection, it can seriously affect you and put you in those high ping ranges. For the Brazilians on this European server, they are probably going to have a ping of roughly around 200. I'm just looking at scoreboard. Yes, they do. Some of them range from 206 at the lowest, going all the way up to 309. And that high ping is seriously going to affect the hit reg on this game. And the hit reg is going to be so important in these battles when battling it out over the objective, because the Brazilians are going to be at a bit of a disadvantage here. But they are going to have to make do with what they've got, and when it switches to their server, the Germans are going to get a taste of their own medicine. So the ping can be quite an affecting factor, but also I believe if you have a high ping, it may require you to fire a couple more shots, but also at the same time you have a tiny advantage of the person with the lower ping not being able to track you properly necessarily, because you're going to be rubber banding, so you're going to have a small advantage. But overall, I think it's going to be the downfall of Brazil's game today and Germany's game, if anything.
Yeah, definitely they will both have the same problem because they will switch server after the first round. So yeah, definitely it's going to be a problem for both of the team, but that's why we are switching server, and as well we are switching side, so they can defend and attack in the 2 rounds. And so far we are still waiting for few players to come in the match. Then we're gonna just restart the game, and we'll be going into this awesome battle. About Amiens, do you expect some player going on strategical point? Like, did you saw something special of it? Like some strategy you expected?
Indeed, for sure. I mean, on Armians, there's so many flank routes, the nice urban houses that you can just sneak past, take the flank routes, get in behind the enemy, get the spawns in, take them out off the objective. And that's probably what makes Armians one of the best maps throughout the game. And I'm sure the Battlefield community can agree with me on that Armians is the best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like there's a lot of flank, as you said, on Amiens, and it's probably one of the most flanking map that we are playing at the moment. There's also Ballroom Blitz that we haven't played so far, did we? Don't think so. But apparently, yeah, definitely it's probably one of the most strategical map for every flank and blowing up MCOM from behind. With Sync with the Scar, indeed. And Apex, we are trying to be as neutral as we can, about when we are commanding on the team, but we are just as well talking about what's going on. So if Germany is being beaten or if Brazil is being beaten, we can say that they are not. Like, we need to say the truth, but as well we need to be neutral. So we are trying to do this as well as we can, and definitely that's a thing that needs to be on live. So I think the game just restarted, so we're going to be seeing the match really soon.
It's going to be such an interesting game. So you can use a wide range of kits to the best of their abilities on this map. Assaults getting in close into the houses, medics sitting back, and the support players just keep on giving the other players ammo to keep on pushing forward onto the objective.
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're not talking about this game, okay? Past game. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it happens. Even me, sometimes I get a side, but like, we're trying as good as nice as we can to stay neutral in those commentary. But yeah, if you thought on in previous game that I'm sorry, it's not something that should happen, but it can happen. We are all humans. We are making mistake. We're not robots, unfortunately, about that. So yeah, that's how it is. And so the game is gonna start in 35 seconds. Let's hope. Oh yeah, definitely you can see the latency is right there. Look at the latency for Brazil. This is insane. 200 latency for 38 only about Germany.
Germans here must feel like Superman. Nothing's going to be able to touch them at the moment in time.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a little bit harder for Brazil right here. I think, by the way, they are defending, aren't they?
The Brazilians are attacking, I believe, and the Germans are defending. Oh no, opposite way around.
Opposite way. So yeah, Brazil is defending and Germany attacking. So it's going in. There we go with the tank going on the right. Apparently they're trying to stack here and going like a full team and take one objective out. They're not trying to flank as far as we can see now. They're just going for it and trying to get as many as players as possible.
You can see that Alpha here is being the main center of attention, and Pino and Bullets working together, pushing it, but Bullets is the last alive here. And he's got the tank in support though. But it looks like the Germans are going for a plant on the B bomb here, and they have done so, but pulled off by Vertex Lux. And Captain Fabio all by himself on that Bravo objective, and the Alpha objective nearly getting a plant there, but the Brazilians salvaging something from that. Captain Fabio being taken out, and the Germans here focusing on the Bravo objective. And they've got the tank in support, and both objectives are now planted, and the Brazilians look to be wiped here. So an early strong push here for the Germans.
definitely. The Germans are doing a great job so far. They arm both of the objectives. Now Brazil need to push forward to get those objectives disarmed. Unfortunately, they are getting killed. Nice job by Brazil here on Alpha. Unfortunately, the Bravo MCOM has already been destroyed, but they're getting Alpha disarmed. One got killed, two got killed, so Alpha is still going on. Are they gonna take the sector? Yeah, it is. So we're now going on the second sector. That was pretty fast though. Really great job by Germany here. Brazil, unfortunately, did probably got knocked out with that tank and Germany pushing over this side of the map. So 2 points so far for Germany, and Brazil are on the second sector trying to defend it now.
As you said, that was a very quick sector there. That was taken by the Germans. Very strong push.
Yeah, they did really. They did a
This
great
game
job.
could be over pretty soon if the Brazilians keep heading this way and the Germans keep pushing. But it looks like once again that Alpha objective is in that house, and the Germans not really pushing at this as hard as they were previously on the objective to the right, closest to the railway side. But here's what I was on about earlier. Germans going on the flank in from behind, but I'm sure the Brazilians are aware of their position. They've got all angles covered, and the B objective is heavily defended by the Brazilians right now, with the tank sitting back with a repairman, and LVG being engaged by XSpadeAce on the Charlie blue doors, and XSpadeAce takes him out. XSpadeAce now going for a plant on the B objective, but gets taken out by a grenade. So that was a final stand kill there. But John and Asmarator pushing forward onto the B objective, but the tank suppressing that Bravo objective with the tank, using the splash damage from the cannon to take out the Germans that are trying to plant it. But we can see the German tank now pushing up to relieve the support. It looks to be the Bravo objective is now going to get planted.
And as you just saw, the German tank has been taken out. Now there is only the Brazil tank that's run to cover Bravo. Apparently he did a great job clearing all the objective here, but Bravo is still going and ready to explode. There's still some German playing on Bravo. Let's see what they can do, if they can defend that MCOM, or if they're just gonna die for it. XSpadeAceX doing a great job here, unfortunately being taken out by the tank. Bravo is being disarmed, and now Alpha is free for Germany.
Indeed, the Brazilians went for all of them towards the Bravo objectives to get the defuse on that, leaving the Alpha exposed. And now the Germans now pushing in heavy numbers, all running through the blue doors. And once again, one going in for a far flank. Can't quite tell who that is. EQIZ going for the far flank, and XSpadeAce once again being the main man of the talking point, planting the Alpha objective. Well played by him, but the Germans now seem to be digging in, taking in these positions, and anchoring this Alpha objective, making sure the Brazilians can't get a defuse on it. Meanwhile, the Brazilian tank sitting back, not really pushing in, because he knows if he pushes in, he's just going to get taken out by the German assault players. But just looking at the kill feed here, all we can see is Hellregals being used, and this is what I was talking about earlier, the Hellregals being the main focus point and the main class of choice to get in close into those houses and take out all of the infantry. But could Brazil pull off a defuse here on Alpha objective? No, they don't. Not enough time for them. So that is now 3-0 to Germany.
Exactly, so the 3-0 is done. Now they need to arm the Bravo here. Probably one of the most difficult MCOM to arm, because there is this large field where the tank can have visual on everything and basically clear the all infantry coming on Bravo to harm it. It's gonna be a little bit hard for Germany here to come, unless their tank flank the other one and take him out.
Indeed. It appears to be you've got the German tank now sitting up closest to the railway side, not really pushing in close to the Bravo objective at all as he did before. So it looks to be the infantry on infantry at the moment, and the Germans really do need that tank to push forward to help take out the opposing tank so they can get a plan on the Bravo objective. But it seems to be the main focus of action now is on the streets here. This would be a good opportunity to deploy some smoke and use the secret paths around and flank round into B. But it's not quite being done yet. Pino engaging Captain Fabio again. Fabio just anchoring down that secret pathway, taking out Tribe Asmerator and Pino. So unlucky there. Germany not able to pull off that flank, and the tank still all by itself on this road. And Tribe Yahora stuck in the houses in the midsection, being engaged by aim style. The Germans need some numbers here if they are to take this objective.
So yeah, Bravo still on, and they still need to arm this so far. But as you can see, as I just said, the tank has a clear visual of everything around Bravo. So it's gonna be really, really hard to push there. The tank is trying to flank, so to get the tank out and probably manage to get that sweet arming on Bravo. But at the moment, they're just trying to pick him out and to make him push back.
For sure. I mean, we got Octopus Pino and XSpadeAce now pushing up a little bit on that left flank towards Bravo, is focusing their rocket guns onto the tank. But the tank just seems to be using the cannon and its splash damage to take him out, and the rocket guns not being able to get close enough to take him out. But Cash Your Money here on a flank behind Octopus Bullets takes him out, engaging John. 2 versus 1 now. Cash Your Money taking out John. Pino all by himself on the blue doors, on the rubble blue doors. 2 going in to suppress him now. 3 going in. 2 versus 2. 2 versus 1. Good teamwork there by Yahora and Pino. Aimstyle going in from behind, taking out Pino. John and Tribe Yahora and Asmerizer spawning in. Yahora taking out Aimstyle, preventing that any more German deaths from that flank. So otherwise that could have resulted in a bad situation for the Germans and possibly a squad wipe. We've got Octopus Bullets pushing in still from the middle where the houses are, taking out one of them, trying to get in from behind the Brazilians. But it's just, he's waiting them out, being patient, waiting for them to push him.
And yeah, as you can see, Germans still trying to push. Unfortunately, they are being pushed back here on Bravo. It's looking a little bit bad here. There have 20 tickets left, 3 minutes, sorry, so the clock isn't that bad, but definitely the tickets are going down. They are trying to take down here the tank. Apparently it's doing great. Unfortunately, Pino has been killed by it, but the tank is really low, and now they have a chance to harm it or probably take the tank out or some infantry here.
And once again, I think just there we witnessed a squad wipe apart from the tank, and because the Germans seem to be back on their fast spawn. So the Brazilians here have done a very good job on anchoring that B objective because they know how vital it is. And the tank working sensationally in their favour, picking off any infantry that get close to it. And the Germans are just not able to get their rocket guns and focus all their firepower on it. Because if you take out the tank, it's ultimately going to give you a chance to at least push forward, take out the infantry, and get a plant on the B objective. It just seems to be Germany struggling here. And the Brazilians anchoring down pretty heavy.
Yeah, definitely. As you said, if you can take out that tank, it's not going to be possible to push or even clear the area from the enemy infantry. We just saw as well that the German tank has been taken out while the whole squad wipe has been done. So now they need to wait till the tank respawn, but the time is still running and they have 9 tickets left. So it's gonna be probably one of the last rush here to arm this Bravo MCOM. Pino getting the...
So close, sorry about that. Pino getting close on arm there, but all the Brazilians closing in on the objective. 5 tickets to go and 1 minute on the clock. I don't think Germany are going to have enough time here to pull this off with 4 tickets left and all of them squad wiped. So this game looks to be as if it's about to go to Brazil.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment we can see that Germany is in a bad position, but let's not put all down because we just saw yesterday that USA did a great job. Let's see if Germany can do that as well, the last final push. But unfortunately, it didn't came, and there it is. The 3-0 for Germany for the first round. that was played on a European server. Now Brazil gonna have the latency. They're gonna have a great latency, and obviously, as you know, it's gonna be played on a USA server. So let's see what Germany can do here. South American, sorry. So South American server, and let's see what Germany can do here by that latency problem, if you can say. Looking at the scoreboard so far, you can see that the KD in general are pretty good in both sides. Definitely, Brazil did a better KD because they were defending, but Germany did a great job as well, as you're expecting. SpadeAceX with a 14 and 8. You can see Aim Razor with 16 and 1. And for the Brazil, you have Alves Felipe with 13 and 7, which is a great kitty, but obviously the one you all know, Corvette, with a 20 and 2 that was going with the tank. Great job by him so far. That was pretty intense, and he did a great defend here.
So it seems to be the Brazilians coming out on top on this first round. Wasn't really expecting that, especially with the ping, but seems to be the ping is not stopping them. They seem to be anchoring those objectives perfectly well. And the Germans are only really getting in on through that first sector. And it seems to be the close quarter battles seem to be in Brazil's favor.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see what they can do here. So far, Germany are in 3-0. And if they don't want to lose here, they'll need to go for the great defense. So don't let them pass the second sector. And unfortunately, All-Star, you were a little bit too late. You couldn't bet on your team. I'm sorry, man. So yeah, we are still waiting to switch the server. People are going in and going off. We just finished the first round. All-Star Germany went 3-0, so they only managed to get 3 MCOM. Brazil managed to defend it really well, even on a European server. Okay, and so they did 11 minutes and 7 seconds for the first round. So even if they are with 3-3, the one that has completed the round faster will basically have the win here if it is a draw in terms of the point. Yeah, it was obviously, as you just saw, 11 minutes, pretty fast. It's almost like one sector. Like one sector is 10 minutes. So the first MCOM push by Germany was pretty fast and hard for Brazil to defend. But definitely they did an awesome job on the second one. But definitely, I don't know if Germany is gonna be a little bit, comfortable with the defend. But let's hope that they will, because they really need to push them back if they want the win here. And Brazil don't need a lot of MCOM to destroy. Like 3 is not a hard thing to do, but we need to remind you that it is not on the European server, so they will definitely have the latency problem.
Well, we just witnessed there what Brazil can do on a European server, so we are definitely going to be in for a good round on a South American server here, and it'd be interesting to see if Germany can pull this back into their side of the court. And I'm sure they can. They have a lot of players there, a lot of experienced players that can do the job that needs to be done.
Yeah, definitely they have. Like, that was pretty good. They, in general, all the defense, even with the latency, they did a great strat, and they managed to push back the German here on the second sector. So all the players are nearly here. and the match is gonna start in a few seconds, guys. Minutes, probably. Let's hope that they join fast, though. Yeah, so now Bloody, they are playing it in a South American. South American server. How do you expect to go at this point, Ryan?
Pardon, can you repeat that, please?
How do you expect the match to go now?
This, after seeing what the Brazilians just did there on the European server, it will be very interesting. It's thrown me off completely. It seems to be the ping is not an issue whatsoever. It's just nothing can stop these Brazilians from pushing on and, well, getting the job done, so to speak. So if they can do that amount of damage to the Germans on a European server, imagine what they can do on a Brazilian server in their own backyard. So we are definitely going to see something interesting on this round here. Could Germany pull this back? Maybe. Stay tuned to find out more. Yeah, we'll be starting soon.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see what they can do, but I hope that they can do something better here, and they have the potential to do it. So definitely, they can. They have the possibility to do it. Yeah. So so far, as you would know, the winner is gonna be obviously in 10 minutes because the match ended in 11 minutes and 7 seconds. So if they go over 3 outcomes, or if they go over 3 outcome and they don't manage to do the first sector push in less than 1 minute and 7 seconds, then they won't have the win. If they do that in less than 1 minute and 7 seconds, and they failed at getting the second sector, but they managed to get 1 MCOM so far, then they won't have the win. At least they understood. Hope you did. If you didn't, just tell me and I will try to explain it a little bit more easier, if I can say. So all the players are here, and let's see how it's gonna go. The next week it's gonna be Ballroom Blitz, I think. So definitely the semifinal will be a little bit more interesting because we haven't seen that map in Rush at the moment. So there we go. You can see the latency going on 20 seconds before this match start, and to see who's gonna win and who's gonna fight against the USA there.
Just looking at the pings here, it seemed to be on the previous round, the Brazilians had a much higher ping than what the Germans have on the Brazilian server right now. Quite a few of the Brazilian players on the European server had a ping of 300, but the highest we can see here is around 260 for the Germans, so it's not as bad. So that's quite interesting. So they might have a slightly bit better hit reg advantage than what the Brazilians had on the European server. I'm not sure because I wasn't there, so to speak. So we will find out. And the game has now begun. Germans spreading out across both objectives here. And Corvette and Oblivivm pushing straight in to the B objective. And seems to be Alpha is not really the main focus of attention. We could have an early plant here already by cash or money. And they've done it already. 40 seconds in. The Brazilians not showing any mercy whatsoever here. The Germans already on the back foot. No one on the Bravo objective whatsoever. Only 2 on the Alpha objective. The Germans are in a state of trouble here.
Yeah, definitely they have some trouble here, probably miscommunication. But definitely we saw a strong Brazil here pushing this Bravo Hemcom, and they really need to do that if they want to do a draw and get the secure plan. But at the moment, Bravo is going on. Alpha still unarmed, and Germany is still defending this one sector, this first sector. Sorry.
Seems to be as well here that the Brazilian game plan is to rush the objective in numbers, just overpower them, not really spreading out whatsoever here. As we just saw there, all of them swarming in on the Bravo objective, and once again Germany being wiped on this Alpha objective here. Only one of them alive, 5 versus 1, 5 versus 2. It is now insta-death for the Germans here, and LFG going for a plan on the Alpha objective, picking off John. I was about to shoot him in the back. And is he going to pull off? And he does. And the Alpha objective planting off, and the Brazilians watching that Alpha objective with everything I have, and noticing that the tank here, in the previous round, it was sitting back being more defensive. And in this round, it is being so much more aggressive, taking out that infantry that is trying to go for the defuse on the objective here.
Yeah, definitely they're trying to get the defuse, but unfortunately too many Brazil players are here defending the Alpha MCOM, and now it's gonna blow up in a few seconds. As you can see, it's gonna be the 2-0 for Brazil, and they're gonna go on the second sector.
That was a very quick push there from the Brazilians, just like the Germans did to them. That took 1 minute and 30 seconds roughly for them to get both MCOMs destroyed. Now, in this close quarters section here, in the midsection, it'd be interesting to see what Brazil does. Will they split the squads and go for both objectives at the same time, or will they once again overpower one objectives and have the Germans on the back foot? Which seems to be at the moment. The Brazilians can't quite push forward due to the artillery strike. But let's see if any of them are going to go on the flank. And one of them is, as it stands, Captain Fabio and Alves Felipe pushing in, and Casual Money and the tank pushing around for the flank on Alpha. Meanwhile, Octopus Bullets using the smoke to hide his position. Oblivion and Frost, I should say, walking straight past him, but then taking him out, and automatically here, 4 Brazilian players on the Alpha objective, 4 versus 2 as it stands, and the Alpha objective is being planted now by Frust.
So yeah, Alpha has been armed, and now we can see that they're trying to defend it really well. I think the tank has been killed. No, okay, it's still here, never mind. The tank of the Brazil player are still here. The Germany tank is trying to get them through the hallway, but apparently it's not working that much. Germany can push that point. I think they'll need to get back on Bravo and doing the same strategy as Brazil did. If they do that, they will have the win, because as you just saw, Brazil managed only to do the first sector in 1 minute and 30 seconds, so more than Germany did. So right there, if they play the time, if they defend it, then Germany will have the win. Let's see what Brazil will do here.
And once again, as I said, just before the MCOMs were planted, you can see that Brazil once again pushing in numbers. But now it seems to be the Bravo objective here is going to be heavily contested, as we saw in the previous round. The Brazilians did such an amazing job of defending it. Every plant the Germans tried to get on it, they just couldn't do it. And Corvette getting a sneaky kill and shooting SpadeAce in the back, and they're about to see a tank battle here. I'm not sure if the German tank is aware of Corvette. He's pushing him, and the Alpha Bravo objective has been planted by Cash or Money, and Oblivivm now watching it. But the Germans here stuck in behind the Brazilians, and the Brazilians seem to have all covers and all angles covered over this Bravo objective. Could Uhura go for a defuse here? Is Oblivion aware of his position? Uhura sitting on the objective, and he's defused it. Sneaky defuse there on Bravo. Oblivion could have prevented it there, but he didn't. But Amor style planting it again, and the Germans being taken out. And only Vertex, Lux, Pino, and Asmerizer are alive, and the German tank. But the tank cannot get in there at the moment because he's just being obstructed by the infantry and the Brazilian tank.
Definitely, but as you are looking here, Brazil are in less number now because the tank has been taken out, but the MCOM is still here. They need to do a real fast push if they don't want to lose this game now. Let's see what if they can do that in a few, because Bravo is still armed and is ready to explode right there. Tank is still trying to get them out of the MCOM, but Brazil strong, and there it is. We have the winner of this match, guy, Brazil, for the match against USA next week.
That was once again well done to the Brazilians there, pushing in heavy in numbers. Germans not being able to get the positions they ideally want, stuck in behind the Brazilians, and the Brazilians just covering every angle and aspect they can have on the objective. So it'd be interesting to see what they do on this next sector. Will they push it in numbers? Because obviously both objectives now in two separate buildings. So there's going to be a lot of options if Germany decide to use the support class and anchor down with bipods, an LMG with a bipod, and watch those corridors. And obviously the Alpha objective quite exposed in some aspect, especially if you're trying to get into it. And already Aimstyle is on the Alpha objective, a sneaky plant already. The Germans not anticipating it. He's got Corvette in support, but Corvette seems to be taking the alleyway. Now, the tank can't really help on this Alpha objective here, apart from where the mid-railway track is, to prevent any Germans crossing it to go and defuse it. But it seems to be the Brazilians here, just everyone is in that house and anchoring it. Meanwhile, the Germans only have 3 people across the street, so they can't really put much pressure on it, and it seems to be the Alpha objective is about to be exploded here. And Aimstyle once again going for the Bravo plant. He's got Fruster in support, taking out Vertex Lux, and both objectives now armed. Sorry, one of them now armed. Alpha being destroyed by Aimstyle. But could Germany pull off a defuse hit? Smoke being used to provide some cover. Can they get in? Will it happen? SpadeAce being taken out by LFG, and a defuse has taken place, but Oblivivm potentially going in for another plant, and he is arming the Bravo objective. Octopus bullets, and John sitting back. LFG engaging bullets, taking out bullets. It's Pino and John last alive on that Bravo objective. LFG being taken out by John, but Oblivivm finishing up on John. Pino going for a defuse. Can he pull it out? No, he can't, because Aimstyle just with a double piece there. Sensational play by him, allowing the Brazilians to get the arm on the Bravo objective.
Yeah, so far Germany are like giving up, as you can see. They did try to defuse some MCOM, but apparently they're not as active as they would have been if they were defending the second sector, as it's obvious. Like when you lost it, then you don't want to play it anymore when it's like this. But let's see if they still want to defend this last sector, or if they're just gonna kill some people and just let them go on those MCOM. So far 6 for Brazil and 3 for Germany.
As I said at the start of the game, this is going to be such an interesting game. Very strong teams. It seems to be Brazil coming out on top so far. So they will progress onto the semi-final. GG's Germany, a valiant effort put up throughout this tournament. Can they salvage something for pride for Germany in this final sector here? This final 2 sectors. So, looking on the far right flank, we've got LFG going in from behind, and Cash All Money going for a very far flank. He's going to go right in behind the Germans here, and the Bravo objective being the main focus point. And an arm being done by Aimstyle once again. Pino all by himself and bullets, but can they do it? SpadeAce and Pino working well as a team, clearing off Cash All Money. Pino going in for a defuse now on the Bravo objective, and this sector here is very close quarters, so the Hell Eagles need to get into those houses and defuse the objective. Smoke being used to cover up any choke points, but we got Corvette in the tank preventing the Germans getting through the doorway to defuse it. But can SpadeAce pull it off? He's got Pino in support just in case he dies. He's going for the defuse now, and Corvette, and he does. Corvette not getting back in time to help his team get the arm. And it looks to be the Brazilians were wiped there, apart from the tank. Once again, Oblivivm and Corvette going around from behind the Bravo objective. xSpadeAce all by himself. Cash Your Money taking him out. And once again, Bravo objective being the main talking point and being armed. Alpha uncontested, but could it be done by Captain Fabio? And it, not quite, still pushing him. Getting a two-piece, getting one kill there on Pino. And the Bravo objective being defended by LFG and Captain Fabio going for the Alpha plant. And both objectives now armed.
So, so Alpha and Bravo armed here and ready to explode in a few. Germany trying to push. Let's see if they can disarm it or if they're just gonna struggle to go there. You can see aim style going for some kill here and teabagging his mate while killing him with a headshot. I think it's like, congratulations his victory here. Like, it doesn't really matter about what's going on next. They won it, so obviously teabagging, killing his mate. Let's try to not do that too much because, like, at the moment, I think you can get kicked from killing too many teammates. So let's hope that doesn't happen.
So moving on to the final sector here, the objectives, one of them being on the outside, very exposed to the tanks, and one of them being on the inside. Be interested to see what one of the Brazilians decide to go for here. I personally think it would be a good option to go for the Bravo objective, then leave the Alpha objective till last because it's so open. But here we can see the squad splitting up now. We've got squad, got Fruth going in from behind. Engaging Pino. Pino taking him out. And as it stands, only 3 Brazilians still alive. Now 2. So Germany there, wiping them out. Getting a good couple of kills there, preventing the push. But it's a bit too late for them to be getting the squad wipes on Brazil now, as Brazil are already in the lead.
Yeah, exactly. So Alpha and Bravo now need to be taken out to get the sweet 10 and 3 here for Brazil. Let's see if they can do it. At the moment, Germany is really well defending. As you said previously, Ryan, it's a little bit late to show some resistance by Germany, but still, they can show that they are still here and not let Brazil get that victory.
And here we go. As I said, my hypothesis from earlier clearly proving off. Cash Your Money getting in onto the B objective, already going for a plant. Bullets being distracted by 3 Brazilians. Fruth going in for a kill from behind, doesn't quite pull it off. Bullets still being engaged. He's anchoring down here. Yahora being shot from both angles, front and back. And the Bravo objective armed. Can the Germans do something here to pull this back? And Alpha not being contested at all. But it seems to be Germany have 2 players on the far wide flanks, left and right, watching it from 2 sides. But it appears to be the Germans are not going to get inside this chalet here to get the defuse on. The Bravo objective. Fruth pushing, but getting taken out by Yahora. Alves Felipe engaging Yahora. Not quite taking him out, still engaging shots, running around, using the cover that they have. And Yahora coming out on top, taking out Alves. Now John, can he push in and shoot Cash Your Money and Corvette in the back to help his teammates on that Alpha objective? For 4 Brazilians now spawning in, but quickly getting taken out. John with a 3-piece there. Good plays by him. Oblivivm pulling off the revive on Fabio. So all of them spawning in now. It appears to be the Brazilians now are just stuck in this house. I can't really break out. But as I said earlier, it's a bit late for Germany to be putting up a resistance. But we can see a whole squad of Brazilians now pushing in from behind the Alpha objective. And it's completely clear. And it's now the Germans that are now stuck in the chalet. So can they get the arm on the Alpha objective? We've got the German tank now shooting into the chalet. Not aware of that the Brazilian rocket guns are shooting the tank. And look at this, the coordination between the Brazilian rocket guns. Constant fire, 1, 2, 3, 4 rocket guns on the tank, and it gets taken out. Good coordination by the Brazilians here, and Alpha looks to be planted by Oblivivm here. Smoke on the objective, he's planting it now. Can the Germans take him out? The bomb has been planted, I should say. XSpadeAceX sitting on the edge of the railings as Rameses are pushing with him. 3 versus 2. 3 versus 1, but the Germans coming in from behind. Can the Brazilians defend this? XSpadeAceX going for a defuse here, and he gets taken out by Fabio. Vertex Lux now going in for a defuse. He's got EQIZ in support. Corvette and IQIZ engaging shots, and Germany pulls off the defuse. Sensational plays. Brazil unlucky there. Looks to be that Brazil are squad wiped.
Yeah, definitely. As you can see, Brazil being pushed back from Alpha here. Germany did a great defend by flanking and taking out some player from Brazil, even if the thing was not here anymore. Alpha still contested. Brazil still need to arm it and to blow it up, but Germany getting them back from here.
What a sensational play. This is why Armament has to be the best map, because it's always action filled, always going to be in for a good battle. And that Alpha objective there, heavily contested by both sides. Unlucky for Brazil not being able to pull off the arm, but GG Germany for getting the defuse. So sly and so sneaky. But it seems to be the Brazilians here pushing in with numbers, but the Germans have numbers on the Alpha objective. Frust going for an arm on the Alpha objective. Can Germany pull off a secret defuse again? Aim style and casual money going in, covering all flanks, and it seems to be the Germans. Yahora encircled by the Brazilians, and he gets taken out by Corvette, and it seems to be Germany are wiped, and it looks to be that the Brazilians will get the Alpha objective this time around. Casual money playing a high line, trying to take out a couple of the Germans. Is there enough time for him to get a couple of kills? And by looks of it, the Alpha objective is now confirmed to be exploded, and this looks to be 10-3 to Brazil, and it is. Game over. GG's Brazil. GG Germany.
And yeah, so as you just saw, Brazil won this game, and they are going to fight USA the next week for the semi-final. That was a pretty great match. Unfortunately, Germany didn't at the time to go further than the second sector, but Brazil did a great defense when they were playing against Germany in attack. So far there was a good game in general. Unfortunately, Germany did show too late that they had the potential to push them back, but still, looking at the KD, it was pretty good in both sides. Obviously, Brazil having a better KD than Germany because they pushed them away from the objective. But yeah, so far we are gonna have an interview as well. So stay tuned on BF Nation and don't go away. Take probably something to eat and come back like in a few minutes. Welcome back, everybody, on BF Nation after the match we just saw against Brazil and Germany. So we have here our two players from Germany and Brazil. As you can see, Oblivivm and SpadeAceX. How are you guys?
Good.
I'm feeling. Hello, everyone. It's Oblivivm here from Brazil. I'm feeling great, very great, actually.
Yeah, definitely. There was a pretty good match from both sides. You did get the win here, Brazil. GG. Germany got a great defense and a great attack, but unfortunately didn't make it so far. But it was still a great match to see. So, Ryan, if you have some question to ask them, you can go for it.
Yes, GG's to both teams. We're going to start off with the server problems and the pings. Obviously, Brazil starting off on the European server. A lot of players, Oblivion, ping of 270, ranging all the way up to 300. How did this affect the game plan? Like, were there moments where you think, Jesus, this is going to be quite a pain for us? Or was there like, ping, what is that? It doesn't exist in our game plan. You know, we're going to crack on with the task in hand.
Yeah, of course. The ping is a problem, but I think most Brazilian players, as they play on international teams, they are used to this kind of situation. So our strategy here was to have a good defense. Of course, we have Corvette, which is a great tanker, so we trust him a lot. He could hold B on Amiens as a pro. You know, I'm very proud of this. And I think the ping is a problem, but it's not the biggest problem. I think organization, if the team is organized and they have teamwork, I think it will work in and doesn't like we don't depend on the ping.
For sure, that was definitely illustrated on the battlefield there. A lot of times there we saw Corvette just anchoring down that objective using the splash damage from the cannon, and the Germans couldn't get anywhere close to it. SpadeAce on that Bravo objective closest, on the second sector. What were your thoughts on that sector there and the tank? Like, were you saying to your assault players, guys, we need to take this tank out now, otherwise we are not moving forward?
Yeah, exactly. This was basically how it was going. And as we know, the ping can be a little bit of a problem for infantry. Our people are not used to it at all. To play on like 200 ping servers was not really the reason why we lost. It was more of like miscommunication in the match. It was actually a surprise at some moments. Like people squad switching, not coming back. Like we could have killed the tank a couple of times, but yeah, it's just little mistakes, you know, when you can't spawn in the right moment to focus fire on the tank. And Corvette, as you said, is a great tanker. He hold down that objective and the second sector like so well. It's basically like no going through. The infantry is good as well. Yeah, I don't know. Very bad memories. Getting raped there on the flag.
As you said there, looking at the lineup, that was the majority of that German team. There was a well-experienced team, and I've played and also commentated over a couple of games that team has seen played work very well. So it was interesting to see by like the miscommunication, as it looked like quite an experienced lineup. Now going to Brazil, you will face USA in the semi-final. Looking back at the group stage, you lost to USA very close. With very close points. USA with 10 MCOMs destroyed, Brazil with 7. How are you going to prepare for this game, with the previous game being such a close game?
Yeah, we faced USA in Argonne, and we all know Argonne Forest is their map on Battlefield 1. They are a great nation. BFN, of course, they have a strong infantry. They have experience as well. All their players are playing on good teams. We learned from the last game. Most people thought that Brazil was going to lose to Germany from like it was an easy game for Germany, but we showed that we are preparing for this. Since we lost to USA, we prepared. We sit and talked about what is wrong with Brazil and the Brazilian community with the competitive players, in fact. And I think that Brazil has a great chance to win this tournament if we continue with the teamwork. And I think teamwork and communication is the best way to be the champion here. So that's why we're trying to aim. We are focusing on this, and of course, we're trying to make more strategies and get experienced players to play. I think that's the way to face USA. It's an honor to face them again. Of course, it was an honor facing Germany today. So I think that's it. Organizing the team and teamwork.
Yeah,
For
I
sure.
also want to
I
add
mean,
really GGs to Brazil, and
Thank
you
you.
really got a deserved win here. And I think we took it too lightly. I think we played like one single scrim before, like we never really practiced. We went through all the stuff basically before the match. I can
Yeah.
admit that. So really good job. I wish you good luck for the match against USA as well.
I'll say thank you. Germany, of course, is a great team as well. A lot of infantries and good tanker as well. It was a tough game, actually. It's not easy. And thank you for the chance. Thanks BFN for the chance for being here and show what you're capable.
of course, this game is going to be quite a confidence booster for Brazil. As you said yourself, off that USA game, you have come in prepared, and on the attacking side, on your server, on the Brazilian server, in your own backyard, you definitely demonstrated what you are capable of. The coordination just seemed to be on point, especially on that final sector where you had a whole squad of rocket guns, assault players with their rocket guns, constantly firing. It's like 1, 2, 3, and then fourth one finally finishing the tank off, making it easier for you to get the alpha objective. Looking forward to the next game, what will you do? Are you going to play a lot of scrims against USA as friendly scrims, sort of to test the water? How are you going to prepare for this game?
Probably we're going to play some screens. Actually, we didn't play since USA. We didn't play together. A lot of guys have college and they work, and so we don't have a lot of time for this. But our preparation were more like we talked with each other, and we said, okay, there is a lot of experienced guys here, and there's a lot of new guys as well. So the new guys hear what the experienced guys, the competitive players that are here in the scene for, I don't know, like 6 or 5 years playing, hear what they have to say. And probably against USA, we have to make some screams and play against other teams. So I think that's it. And focus again on the teamwork.
Of course, that's all you can do there. It's good to bring in some fresh ideas. A lot of the new players, as you said, coming in and having an impact. Regarding Germany, it was just not your day in the office, to be honest. You managed to get past the first sector, but then onto the second sector, you was just unable to get to the Bravo objective, as you said, because of the tank. I mean, Armians is arguably, in my opinion, one of the best maps. Were you looking forward to playing this map? Were you well prepared for this map?
Yeah, prepared, not really, but the map itself was not bad. I think I can definitely just blame it like on our like not experience, like the performance, what we did. I'm not happy, so I don't know. Not really prepared and really not happy. But I can say GG to Brazil.
Okay, then. So to conclude, commiserations for Germany. Good game without a doubt, and congratulations to Brazil. Back to you now, King. I have no further questions to ask.
Me neither. So for all of you watching the stream, the match of Brazil against USA is gonna be on the 17th of March, which is next Saturday at 10 p.m. Semifinals, obviously. So it's gonna be at the same time as today, and we also gonna have Portugal's against Finland. So the second match of semifinal at this date, so Saturday, but at 7 p.m. GMT. So you gotta be here to watch that awesome matches coming around next Saturday, and then we're gonna have the final, and we're gonna see who's gonna do those final. So I'm signing off, tehkingofking, and Ryan, if you have something to say, go for it.
Yep. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Catch you on the next one.